In general, the morgue is a grim place, but today we are diving even deeper into this. From a lipstick found in someone's brain to a blur line between reality and supernatural things that happened in a morgue. Stick around, because we're diving into the spine-chilling world of morgue horror stories, with events so disturbing they might make you question what really happens when the lights go out. So, let's start at number 1. One of the most disturbing stories involves a woman who suffered a fatal car accident. During the investigation of her body, a forensic pathologist discovered something shocking: a tube of lipstick lodged deep in her brain. The bizarre part? The lipstick had entered her skull through her nose and traveled all the way into her brain. This raises horrifying questions. How much force could cause such a strange injury? What were her final moments like as this foreign object pierced her skull in a way that defies belief? This unsettling discovery left many investigators baffled and became a chilling reminder of how fragile and unpredictable the human body can be in the face of trauma. At number 2, and if you think that's bizarre, how about finding a large crab inside the body of a deceased man? In another unsettling case, a man's autopsy revealed a living crab that had somehow entered his body while he was still alive. The crab had caused significant internal damage, making it difficult to determine how the man had survived with such a dangerous intruder. The very idea of a living creature finding its way inside a person's body and wreaking havoc from within is enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. But even more terrifying is how it remained undetected until after the man's death. This incident sparks questions about how much we truly know about the strange and grotesque possibilities of the human body under duress. And in number 3, sometimes though, the horror doesn't end with death. In a particularly chaotic case, a woman who had hidden a gun in her body, specifically, created havoc in the morgue after her death. As the crematory heat increased, the gun discharged unexpectedly, sending everyone in the crematorium into panic mode. Imagine the sheer terror of hearing a gunshot in a room filled with the deceased. The chilling thought that a dead body could cause such chaos is something straight out of a horror film. Yet, this incident was all too real. It left workers terrified and reminded them that even the dead can bring danger. Then in number 4, but not all morgue horror stories come from things found inside bodies. In a hospital morgue in Argentina, a story of life and death collided in the most tragic and unbelievable way. 2 babies, declared dead at birth, were placed in the morgue awaiting cremation. But in a horrifying twist, it was later discovered that one of the babies was actually still alive when it was placed there. The mistake wasn't realized until it was too late, as the other baby was already cremated before rescuers could reach it. This heart-wrenching case raised terrifying questions about medical errors and the fine line between life and death. How could something like this happen? How could a living baby be mistaken for dead? The haunting memory of the child that was almost cremated alive lingers as a dark reminder of the fragility of human judgment. If you are enjoying this video so far, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the Speedy Secret for more terrifying and jaw-dropping content. We promise to keep our content as curious and as mysterious as possible. Moving on to number 5. From tragic mistakes to the realm of pure evil, one of the most grim and terrifying cases involved the discovery of a serial killer's victim inside a former hospital in Northampton. While morgues have always been home to eerie and sometimes gruesome finds, this one was particularly haunting. The victim's body was discovered with a chilling message left by the killer, sending shivers down the spines of investigators. The connection between the morgue and the killer made it feel as if the horror was waiting there all along, in plain sight. The fact that this discovery took place in an abandoned hospital added another layer of dread, as if the walls themselves held the memories of unspeakable acts of violence. And in number 6, as we explore the dark corners of morgues, we stumble upon stories that blur the line between reality and the supernatural. In 2017, a viral video from Brazil showed what many believed to be a ghost wandering the hallways of a hospital. The eerie figure was captured on security cameras near the morgue, raising questions about the authenticity of the footage. Was it a clever hoax? Or did the spirit of someone who had passed in that hospital decide to linger in the afterlife, unable to move on? While skeptics have debated the video's legitimacy, one thing's for sure: it added a whole new layer of fear to the already creepy reputation of morgues. Whether it's real or not, the very thought of a spectral presence in a place filled with the dead is enough to make anyone's skin crawl. And in number 7, another spine-tingling case comes from a hospital morgue in Honduras, where a spectral presence was reported by multiple staff members. Over the years, several people working in the morgue claimed to have seen strange figures or heard unexplained sounds near the bodies. Some even felt an eerie chill when passing by certain areas. These unsettling experiences eventually led many to believe that the morgue itself was haunted. The thought of walking through such a place, with the constant possibility of seeing something otherworldly lurking in the shadows, adds a whole new level of fear to an already grim environment. Whether or not these spectral presences are real, the stories continue to haunt the staff working there, creating an air of unease that's impossible to shake off. And finally, at number 8. But perhaps the most horrifying story of all involves a necrophile who terrorized morgues with his sickening crimes. This individual was responsible for abusing and mutilating numerous corpses, including children, leaving behind a trail of grotesque acts. What makes this case even more disturbing is that the identity of this person was kept secret, as authorities feared publicizing it would lead to some kind of glorification or copycat behavior. The very idea of someone preying on the dead, committing unspeakable acts in a place where bodies are supposed to be at rest, is a nightmare beyond words. It's a horrifying reminder of how depravity can lurk in the most unexpected places, even within the walls of a morgue. These tales are not just about death, but about the terrifying things that can happen even after life has ended. From bizarre medical discoveries and tragic errors to haunting spectral presences and the darkest corners of human behavior, morgues seem to be the epicenter of some of the most disturbing stories we've ever heard. As we've explored these chilling events, it makes you wonder, how much do we really know about what happens in morgues, and how many other terrifying stories are yet to be uncovered? So, here's a question for you. If you had to walk into a morgue knowing one of these horrifying incidents had taken place there, which one would you dread encountering the most? The ghostly apparitions, the tragic mistakes, or the eerie aftermath of a necrophile's actions? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to share which story chilled you to the bone. If this video made you rethink what happens behind the morgue doors, be sure to like, subscribe to The Speedy Secret, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any of our future deep dives into the world's most spine-chilling mysteries. Until next time, remember, sometimes it's not the dead you need to fear, it's what might happen afterward. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and keep questioning the unexplainable.